So I want to take a look at some quotes that Aaron Rodgers had to say after yesterday's loss to the Buffalo Bills, now making it 4 straight, which is not what we were hoping to see at this point in the season. Sitting at 3-5 right now, our expectations were clearly much higher coming into the season, but it is what it is, and I want to go over what Aaron Rodgers himself had to say, a few different comments about his thoughts from this game. So first off here, a reporter asked, why haven't you guys been able to pull out of the slump you're in? Here's his response. Well, we're hurting ourselves. You know, we had a touchdown to Bobby called back on a penalty. We had other opportunities to get points. 4th down had Joe there for a big gainer down the left side, but couldn't get the ball off. You know, whether or not we got held on the outside, I'm not sure. But just execution. I like the aggressiveness. 4th and 3, they're going for it, but we got to help our defense out a little bit earlier in the game. I think when we went on a run back in 16, we started those games faster so we could play more one-dimensionally on defense. We just haven't done that. We haven't put up any points early in the game to get our defense to kind of pin their ears back and get after the passer. And that is an interesting point from Rodgers. When you do look at this offense this year, clearly has not been up to what we thought this offense would look like, even without, Devontae Adams and the changes here made on offense. But this season, the Packers haven't been up to quick leads, being up 7, 14, 21 points early in games, when, as he said, the defense would have that ability to sit back and sort of force the opposing offenses to be more one-dimensional, which hasn't happened so far this year. And even though the Packers offense, we came back, only lost by 10 points, even though we were down, 24-7 in the first half, still not enough to get the job done. Then he says this, we had a lot of plays in for Christian this week, so losing him in the first drive obviously didn't help us, and then find out Elton wasn't going to play 90 minutes before the game, similar to last week with Dave. That doesn't help either. That's kind of what's been going on with us. So the Packers have sustained so many injuries. Receivers, we are already without Lazard, Randall Cobb. We also lose Christian Watson. One of the first plays goes down with a concussion after missing the past few games with a hamstring injury. You could see right when that happened, Aaron Rodgers looked up oh my goodness, is this really happening during the game? And Matt LaFleur also seemed frustrated because the Packers just can't catch a break when it comes to some of these injuries. Then you add in Elton Jenkins, who had played, 5-6 games up to this point, and then just all of a sudden isn't able to go, which is just unfortunate. David Bakhtiari luckily came in and played, but still, to have the fluctuations on the offensive line, to have all the the injuries at receiver clearly isn't helping this team. Then moving on here, nobody feels sorry for us. We've got to find a way to get one win. I feel like if we can just get one win, and the whole momentum changes. I thought we had a great week of practice. The energy in the pregame in the locker room was different. It felt like the Packers again. It felt like, for whatever reason, we didn't have confidence for a few weeks. We weren't playing with a lot of energy. We weren't amped up before the game, so I liked the way we felt before the game. And it's really sad that we're at the point where we're just hoping the Packers get one win. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers wants that to happen. We want it to happen so that they can maybe get back on track, because now 4 straight losses after starting off 3-1. For the Packers to really have a chance this season, they have to go on a run, and there are lots of talented teams we will be facing off against. So we have the Eagles coming up soon, the Cowboys as well, the Lions next week, which you can't necessarily count them out in any game, even though they've struggled a lot this year. So let's hope the Packers can somehow get back on track. There are lots of positives to take away from this game, but still, we haven't been able to do enough consistently at all. Then to end it off here, we have this. I thought we ran the ball well. I thought Jonesy had a great game. I thought AJ ran the ball hard, but we're going to have to push the ball down the field in order to win games in this league. So the Packers ran the ball for a ton of yards. Aaron Jones had 140 yards on the ground, averaging about 7 yards per carry. The thing is, when you have a Buffalo Bills already up on you 24-7, and then we're consistently running the ball, which was great for the offense, but taking the time off the clock, the Bills already had a big lead. The Packers, I think, won the time of possession this game, but the Bills were like, you know what, it's fine if you run the ball on us. We're already up by this amount of points. For you to win, you're going to have to score more quickly, which the Packers weren't really able to do until the second half later in the game, when they were sort of having to push the ball down the field, which honestly worked a little better than it had in times past. The nice touchdowns to Samori Toure. So we'll see if the Packers can get this passing game going more consistently, just because when we face off against teams like the Bills, we're going to have to put up points. And yes, even if we do run the ball well, when we're down by 2 or 3 scores, we're going to have to be able to score more quickly, be more explosive, because yes, those drives are great when you move the ball on the field consistently. But when you take off, 8 minutes off the clock and then you don't convert 4th down, it just leads to, it's hard to win those kind of games. So as I said in yesterday's breakdown video after the game, there were lots of positives to take away from this. The way that we ran the ball, the defense played good in the second half, but it was sort of too little too late. So hopefully we'll figure out a way to right the ship and get back on track, but who knows if that's going to happen. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Wanted to share those quotes, and I'll see you guys next time.